versus Restructured. Hey guys, so it's Yuri, the unconventionalness. Thanks for viewing this video. Okay, so my main purpose of doing this video today is actually to share, discuss, talk, whatever about private versus Restructured. Yep. So I think there are many sections to this. First of all, I think we need to understand what is private and what is restructured, especially in Singapore Singapore context lah. Restructured is actually government hospital lah. So in Singapore, you have the different clusters, the NUHS, Sing Health, NSG. These clusters in Singapore, which falls under the MOH umbrella, are considered restructured healthcare system. Yeah. On the other hand, when we talk about private, we are referring to private hospitals, like in that sense. Let's leave MNCs aside for now. When we talk about private, right, we always refer to the bigger players lah. So I think in Singapore, it's quite obvious that Parkway Health is the biggest player lah when it comes to private healthcare setting for hospitals, because they have different hospitals in Singapore under their arm. Parkway East, Mount E, Novena, Mount E Orchard, and so on and so forth. There's also Farrer Park, but I think Farrer Park is more of a standalone hospital in Singapore. It's not that big, but for the sake of this discussion, let's rope them in as well. Okay, so now you understand what is private, what is restructured. Okay, so there are actually many factors to consider lah, which is better, like restructured and private. But for the sake of discussion and time, just keep it to 3 top factors to consider lah. Okay, so the first very important factor, for me at least, I would actually look into what career advancement opportunities each of these places have. Yeah. So before you actually get to that, right, you need to have a visualization of where you want to be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years lah, and see which of these places can align with your future goals. For me, to be honest, I feel that Restructured has a more robust career pathway or framework, for that matter. So if I'm geared towards shaping and molding my career, right, to where I want it to be, like I want to specialize in so and so and so, become a resident nurse, become a APN, ANC, whatsoever, I would stick to Restructured hospital, period. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch about not receiving opportunities for this kind of thing in your place of work whatsoever. Yes, we do hear things like people are not being offered advancement of their studies, people are not being offered to harness their interests, so on and so forth. I think that is a different topic altogether. Maybe we can touch on it in future lah, on how do we actually achieve what we want in our workplace. Okay, if that being said, I'm not saying private no good lah. So private actually have their own development program lah for their nurses, employees. It's not really made clear or made known to me on how it is structured, but for sure I know they have their own development program lah for their nurses, definitely, because I think in any organization, the best investment is actually your employees lah. So for Parkway or IHH Healthcare not to have any form of development program for employees, I think that's a big no-no lah. Yeah, so they must have lah, for sure one. To conclude this, for me, if you ask me, I prefer Restructured hospital for career development and advancement. Okay, number 2, the most widely talked about is about money, duit. Money is widely talked about, considered when it comes to choosing these two places lah. We have this perception that private pays more, but really, yeah. So let's start with Restructured first lah. So we all know that Restructured salary ranges, scale ceilings are all listed out on the internet lah. On HSEU, you can find everything. The salary ranges for nurses for respective clusters, and on top of it, the benefits are also laid out lah. It's very clear one, clear as day. On the other hand, it comes to private in terms of remuneration. They don't clearly put the salary ranges out there, but from what I've heard, they try to match, if not even offer slightly more than what Restructured is offering lah. Yeah, but it's also important to note bonuses, the special payments may be different lah, because we need to understand that the private setting operates as a business. Healthcare is a business, but more predominant in the private setting lah, because everything is about revenue, P&L. So the bonuses may vary lah. Okay, must remember. So it's good to know when you are shopping around to see what they are offering you in terms of the annual package lah. So annual package would probably mean your basic, any bonuses that they offer, AWS, PB, and any special payments in between lah. And of course, if their benefits, the flexi benefits is in terms of cash, like you can claim your gym lah, claim your holiday, that kind of thing. You can also factor that in lah. So which one reaps the most rewards in terms of money? Okay. Okay, now so the third thing to consider is the patient population, which would determine your potential workload lah. So it is quite clear and evident that that restructured health system takes on more patients. Hence, naturally, you have a higher patient volume lah to look after. And furthermore, with the dwindling nurse headcount, it'll be more tougher lah. On the other hand, for private, right, they cater to a certain type of patient demographics, certain echelon of society. In that sense, their patient load may be lesser, but that doesn't mean that they are not busy, because their entire nursing headcount, their nursing staffing may not be as high as structured hospitals lah. In the event where there are MCs or shortage of staff for that week, they also would suffer lah in terms of workload. Okay, so these are the three things that I just wanted to cover today. So ultimately, do consider these three factors before deciding whether you want to go to private or restructured. But most importantly, ask around, do your homework, do your own research before making your moves lah. Sit down, think of what you really want, and don't make rash decisions lah. So I hope this video has helped you in one way or another. If you have any questions, you know where to find me lah. Instagram, TikTok. Okay, thanks, bye.